This is the 2018 McLaren Senna mod for Assetto Corsa, the fastest road legal McLaren ever built, and today we'll be track testing this beast at Spa. Welcome once again to Assetto Corsa and our look at this McLaren Senna. This free mod comes to us courtesy of Alez Cash. For those that have followed my channel for a while, you know I'm a fan of his work. Although I love the work of the bigger names in modding like RaceSim Studio, ASR Formula, or VRC Modding Team, I'm also a huge fan of these pet projects. In this case, Cash and McEnroe teamed up to bring us this exciting car. They've taken the model from Forza and done a ground-up rebuild on the physics and a number of other changes. Typically these cars are distributed only via Facebook, but I reached out to Alez and he was cool with me adding a direct link, which you can find in the video description. Alez also wanted me to add that his mods are free to distribute because he just wants to make great mods and have people enjoy them. If you want to see more from Alez, you can find his work in the Assetto Corsa Warehouse Facebook group. The end result of all their hard work is a fantastic driving experience. You can hardly believe something like this is road legal. Now, let's take a look at what this marvel of engineering actually is. From a technical standpoint, this car is nothing short of unbelievable. The goal of McLaren's build was to design the fastest ever road legal car. The near 800 horsepower this vehicle can make comes from the 4-liter twin-turbo V8 under the hood. That's 100 horsepower less than the P1, but by omitting the hybrid battery and employing other weight-saving tactics and designs, the car saves about 350 kilograms of body weight versus the P1. And like the P1, it stands about 1.2 meters tall, but the Senna is about 20 centimeters wider. Electronically, the car is equipped with traction control, stability control, ABS, and active aero. And yes, the active aero has been accounted for in this mod. Pirelli P0 Trofeo R tires, 245s in the front and 315s in the rear, keep the Senna pinned to the track. All of this technology and engineering comes together to produce some astonishing numbers. 0 to 100 in under 3 seconds, 0 to 200 in under 7 seconds, a sub 10 second quarter mile, and it reaches a dead stop from 200 kilometers per hour in just 100 meters. The car's name is taken, of course, from F1 great Ayrton Senna, who drove for the McLaren Formula 1 team for 6 seasons from 1988 to 1993 and cemented him as one of the greatest racing drivers of all time. In that time with McLaren, Senna won 3 world titles, winning 35 races in that span and capturing 46 pole positions. With that much history between Senna and McLaren, and nearly 25 years after his death, it begs the question of whether Senna would have approved of this car being associated with his name. And I would have to say, yes. The car is McLaren's most track-focused road car project, but it is still road legal, so it does have appeal to a select few who want the ability to unleash a fury on the track, while at the same time being able to fulfill the more common aspects of daily life. And that is close to how I remember Senna the man. Someone who achieved unbelievable greatness on the track, yet somehow remained relatable once he left the track. But with $1 million price tag, you never forget this is something special. One thing we can know for certain is that he would have wanted us to drive the car rather than talk about it. So that's exactly what we'll do right now. Alright guys, so here we are finishing up our outlap. Built up a little bit of heat in the tires and brakes. Traction control is turned off and we are away. You can see the insane braking power there. That's just about where I'd be braking if I was in a GT3 car. By virtue of having the traction control turned off, this thing is a little wild feeling as we come up to Eau Rouge for the first time and down into 4th gear. Totally messed up Eau Rouge there. Gonna try and hold it steady here. A little bit of counter steering. Might have to give it a second lap. Can't butcher Eau Rouge that bad. You can see these little windows to my left and to my right. I doubt you can see much of that in the periphery, but it's totally cut away, so you get some interesting reflections within the cockpit here. Shade of understeer there. And again, with that traction control turned off, this thing is a handful. You can tell it borrows sound, obviously, from the P1. P1, to my knowledge, used a hybrid 3.8 liter V8 turbo, twin turbo. This is a 4 liter twin turbo V8. And this thing has a ton of power. This is the kind of car you get on and just hope for the best. That felt pretty awesome. It's got the power to get you there, so little micro maneuvers on the steering wheel there will help get you around the corner just like that. Hopefully better than that, actually. So like I said, we'll do one more lap, still getting the feel for this. Totally understeered there. A little bit of extra throttle there, give the fans, the non-existent fans, a show. Nobody's down in this part of the track watching things. Again, that understeer, really got to be diligent about hitting your apexes here in this Senna. And we are away for lap 2. Those 315s at the rear, still not enough to hold this thing on the track. That twin clutch transmission, 7-speed, feeling pretty awesome. Let's see what we can do for speed here. As the active arrow drops away, 290 kilometers an hour, close to 300 before we hit the braking zone. Woo! Just so much power at those rear wheels. This is definitely a car, if you are a fan of road cars that oversteer, this could be the one for you. Coming into Radillon here, hoping for enough aero to get us around at a decent speed. Let me see how quickly we get back up to 220 kilometers an hour roughly. This has been a lot cleaner lap. And boy, is this thing a lot of fun. Just so much power. That power is just unbelievable. I know I keep talking about it, but it really is just staggering the amount of power this thing has. To say nothing of the brakes. The brakes are incredible as well. Like I said, feels almost like a GT3 car in terms of its braking power. And I totally recommend turning the traction control off. Alright guys, that's going to do it with my time with the Senna at Spa. Thank you guys so much for watching. Well done to Cash and McEnroe. And we will see you guys next time.